Let's get it started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another installment of Let's Play Diablo 3. Today, we're going to be starting off our Crusader. I expressed this notion back when we started the Assassin in Diablo 2, but the same thing applies here. My intention is to play through with all of the available characters. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. We started a Barbarian. Today, we're going to start off a Crusader. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Ooh, what noises? Okay, let's see. Season 24 has begun. Sure, let's start a fresh seasonal hero. Why not? We'll do a Crusader as planned. Hi DLF, welcome in. Good to see you as always. Crusader, primary attribute strength. Religious warriors committed to expunging evil from the world through discipline, honor, and unswerving vigilance. The Crusader uses cruel flails and shields to dominate the battlefield and cleanse the world of corruption. An immovable stone in the middle of any fight, the Crusader stands firm against waves of enemies, while annihilating monsters near and far. The Crusader is imbued with the righteous power of wrath. Each attack generates more, which in turn allows the Crusader to unleash ever more devastating powers. Go with our Diablo naming tradition. As ever, this will be Crusader Bob. Here we go. I'm fine with that. Hi, Lone Wonder. It's great to see you. How are you? I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. So, let's, for all the reasons I explained during the Barbarian playthrough, we are going to, start with the campaign, and we're going to play on hard for our leveling portions. Act 1, hard, private game, the Fallen Star. There we go. Let's roll. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Oop. Sorry about that. You're just playing Diablo 3 yourself? It's a good game. Did you start a... Were you kicking off a Season 24 hero? My schedule's a little bit weird this week. Well, let's watch the cutscene first.
At 12, I swore the oath, leaving home and family. At 16, I saw my master die. I took up his shield and his name, and on that day, I became a Crusader. Armored by faith, driven by duty, bound to kill the enemies of Zakarum. Sworn to live as a Crusader and to die as one. Now, corruption returns to the hearts of men. I see it in the eyes of the mad. Hear it in the howling of the damned. A falling star in the west leads me to the town of New Tristram. The crusade calls me, and so I go.
Hi, Moonshine. Lovely to see you. Welcome in. Doing a barb this season, huh? Hell, I literally forgot what I was trying to say. Sure, let's claim a Wings of Valor. And let's see what we start with. The Crusader Shield. and a rusty flail. All these are going to be the same, so I'm going to avoid... I'm going to try not to be too repetitive.
Is close, but there is death here too.
Vis-a-vis the barbarian playthrough. Anyway, oh yes, I remember what I was saying. My schedule is a little strange this week, so I don't promise a regular schedule because I can't keep up with it, at least as far as streaming goes, but I'm settling into a sort of informal goal of 3 per week. They've been relatively evenly spaced. Today they're going to be, this week, I still think I can do it, but they're all going to be bookended. The whole middle of the week, I'm busy. I'm essentially out of pocket. I'm hanging out with my girlfriend. She's having a family reunion, and I am a guest there, which I'm very excited about. So, one today, maybe one tomorrow if I can swing it, maybe not. And then next one will probably be Sunday. So, just give you all a heads up about that. To look at what we do have new on the Crusader, Punish, physical. Generate 5 wrath per attack. Strike your enemy for 335% weapon damage and gain hardened senses, increasing your block chance by 15% for 5 seconds. Requires shield. Not bad. Alright. We currently have no quests. Fair enough. My hope is that this will get smoother than our first Diablo 3 stream did. I've tweaked the settings such that I think it should. We'll find out.
Greetings. I am a Crusader of the Zakarum faith, and I saw a star falling on this town.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
They keep coming.
Level 2.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Active skill unlocked. Shield Bash. Let's have a look. Cost 30 wrath. Charge at your enemy, bashing him and all nearby foes. Deal 700% weapon damage plus 300% of your shield block chance as holy damage. Requires shield. Nice. And we have a quest now, too. The falling star crashed into an old Zakarum cathedral, which seems a likely place to unearth ancient secrets. No wonder the crusade led me to this place. The nearby town, New Tristram, seems unremarkable, except for the fact that it is besieged by legions of the dead. I will see what I can do to help, so long as it brings me to the cathedral. The work of the crusade continues. So I think if there's anything that really, really doesn't get appreciated often enough in Diablo 3, it's probably these little flavor texts for the story mode quests that somebody's job was to write, even when Reaper of Souls came out, and particularly when Rise of the Necromancer came out, because they're all different for every single character. I am setting out to appreciate them. I see your work, Blizzard employees. I honor you.
Burn those corpses before they rise again.
The dead have been a bane on our existence since that cursed fire fell. We have to burn them, just to make sure they don't rise from the grave.
Alrighty.
I came here to study the fall of old Tristram.
May the gods who abandoned us.
Found some interesting things on my latest dig. You should take a look.
I promised Marco I'd protect him.
And now he's dead.
Hi, Espork. How you doing?
Don't you dare lift a finger to help our mayor fix his wagon. My brother died defending this town, while that bloated coward tried to run away.
Some heroes are winner. Afraid of death. In fact, strike true.
Oops. I didn't mean to go here. Just sort of zooming through dialogue options without paying any attention.
The dead, rising from their graves.
Lake Superior. Well, was that your celebration of the Bucks championship?
Please move your cart.
How dare you speak to me like that? I am the mayor of this town.
Lord Mayor, please move your cart.
Are you mad? This town is doomed. Anyone with a grain of sense should be trying to get out. Will you help me or not?
Fleeing will not save your life, and certainly not your town.
I like the Crusader. His sarcasm is pretty amazing.
For many years, villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that new Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
Tristram used to be such a... but now...
Have you come to help us?
I don't care what anyone says. That thing...
Welcome to the Slaughtered Caffeine. Bring me...
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
The portrait with the speaker window. Oh.
Are you Leah? They tell me you survived the falling star.
I did.
Got it.
But it blasted my uncle
Thank you.
Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but... Watch out! The wounded are turning!
This is killing business.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
Something like putting the dead back to sleep? I can do that.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
I've met a young woman named Leah who wishes my help to save New Tristram. There is something special about her, some quality I cannot define. Perhaps she is tied to the crusade.
Militiamen went out.
We have come at last to
Ah,
Tristram's old
thank
cathedral.
you.
This is where Diablo, Lord of Terror, first corrupted mankind. This is where
By the grace of the ancients, may your soul be...
I've come to help. How do we stop these risen dead?
I agree, DLF.
I
Auto
admire
pickup
your
is
courage,
great.
but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Have faith, Captain. Have faith.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the rooms down the road.
I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world. But the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead. I will never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning.
Alright, level 3, we unlocked an active skill called Slash. Also picked up, oh, I didn't notice, thick shoes, of course. Better than nothing. This fine short sword is gonna more than double our damage. Nice. Excellent. Let's do it. Alright, let's look at Slash versus Punish. Generate 5 wrath per attack. Ignite the air in front of you, dealing 230% weapon damage as fire. I would much rather keep Punish. More damage, hardened senses. Punish just seems better. What have we here? Oh, I never clicked to officially get through the shield bash notification. Alright, so the wretched mothers and their queen are the source of these zombies. If I return them to the grave, New Tristram will stand a chance of survival. That is the most one can hope for in these times. Dark, but accurate. I also kind of like playing through the zones multiple times. Well, like is a strong word. But given the, how about this? Given the randomization of a Diablo. Oh, hold on.
Adventurer, scholar, and researcher. I share my knowledge of this incredible world and its creatures through my insightful missives, often at grave risk to myself. Why, I was recently in Honduras, where my tents were ransacked by vicious quill fiends. I was able to beat them off with a shoe, but a less bold man would have fared far worse.
Given Diablo 3's randomization and the fact that it's just sort of up to chance whether or not you get, say, a given side dungeon. Low quality cloth tunic, chest armor, better than nothing. It's just up to random chance whether or not you get specific side dungeons or lore bits or things like that as you play. It is useful to play multiple times to kind of cover all your bases, see all the side dungeons, all the lore bits that are available, that kind of thing. Warrive.
I returned to Honduras after 20 years. The burden of countless failures and tragedies heaped upon my shoulders. Am I being punished for helping that stranger hunt the Dark Wanderer? I always thought Deckard Cain half a madman. But perhaps he was right. Perhaps he can banish the shadow hanging over my life.
Right, so we hit level 4, and we unlocked Shield Glare. Light erupts from your shield, blinding all enemies up to 30 yards in front of you for 4 seconds. Requires shield. Well, it's not like I'm about to get rid of my shield, so that's not bad at all. Well, Crusader is doing much better for himself in the early going than our Barb did. Mick Gow also did the Jarl of Whiterun. Really? Deckard Cain and Jarl Balgruuf are the same voice? That's crazy. They don't sound anything alike. I like it, though. Insightful gloves. What do these do? I mean, I'm sure that... Oh, yeah. Low-quality cloth pants. Better than nothing. And insightful gloves. Oh, reduces cooldown of all skills by 3%. Also, significantly better than nothing. And that's actually a pretty good modifier. Like, it's obviously not going to be significant on such a for long on such a low-tier piece of equipment, but...
Oh, Tristan. Diablo himself was here.
Adventuring shoes. Minus to toughness, a little extra experience. I'll keep my thick shoes, thank you very much. We absolutely annihilated the wretched queen. No dice, that's fine. I always thought this was fun. Here's Griswold's fine weapons. So it's modeled after the Diablo 1 Tristram map, which is cool. There's the fountain and everything. And there's even the gibbet that Cain is trapped in Diablo 2. I always thought the attention to detail here in the Act 1, where you're revisiting areas from the prior games, is really cool. Made me happy anyway. This is new, I think. Despina's journal.
Praise the powers that be. Griswold, bless his dear heart, risked everything to bring that dear boy home from the cathedral. Though he is troubled and moody now, I am certain it will pass, and he will once again be the sweet Wirt we all love.
Ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! Oh, man. Only she knew just how wrong she was. Insufferable little shit. I mean, well earned, given what Wirt survived, and at the age he survived it, but... Dark Cellar. We didn't get this on our Barb run, either. Hi, Steven. Lovely to see you, as ever. Welcome in. How are you today, my friend? Much gold. Not all that useful, but that's okay. It is done. The area is a little safer, but until I find a way to cleanse my faith, nothing is truly finished. Zakharum will be restored. So saith the Crusader. Alrighty then. Back to New Tristram. What's up, Rumford? Oh wait, let's...
Thank you for your help. But could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
She's brave. With help, she may yet save Cain.
Nothing stops the crusade.
Level 5. Dedicated Crusader Shield. Sweep Attack. New active skill. Let's look at Sweep Attack. Cost is 20 wrath. Sweep a mystical flail through enemies up to 18 yards before you, dealing 480% weapon damage. Requires weapon. I would much rather shield bash, actually. And let's look at our fresh shield. Oh, yes! Gain 4 life per wrath spent. More toughness and way more recovery. I mean, 0 to any, right? That's fun, though.
Leah, let's find your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
The Legacy of Cain. Use the New Tristram waypoint to go to the old ruins. Tristram.
For a long time, Uncle Deckard avoided coming back to this place. There were a lot of ghosts here for him. This is where Diablo drove old King Leoric mad and terrorized the people. I don't know what really happened here, but whatever it was horrible. Nearly everyone who survived went mad.
Adria's death.
Leah, tell me about your mother.
Well, details are hazy, but I know that Adria was obsessed with chasing the arcane. She knew she could never raise a child. Uncle Deckard believes that the madness and horror of her life finally caught up with her.
Crusaders.
I've never heard of the Crusaders.
We serve the Zakarum faith. We're from the east, and only recently came to these lands. Some of us did, at least.
Well, I hope you're not planning to convert these people by the sword.
I'm not here to convert anyone. My crusade is to find a way to cleanse the corruption that infests my faith. When that evil is destroyed, the Zakarum will be restored, and people can choose to believe in it or not, as they please.
Diablo 3 is very different to Eastborg. I mean, the core gameplay loop is still very, very similar. Kill monsters, upgrade gear, kill more monsters, upgrade gear, kill more monsters, upgrade gear. But the details are pretty different, that's for sure.
As sad as it is for the girl, for all of us, Leah must accept that the old man is dead. No one's surviving what's out there.
No, I don't want my crafting materials. I want to sell things. There we go. Nothing to repair yet. That's cool. I am finally ready to journey to the cathedral. Could the answers to the crusade lie within? Leah has asked me to look for her uncle, Deckard Cain. Given that he is an elderly scholar, I would very much like to speak with him if he still lives.
By the grace of the ancients, may your soul be warmed.
I came here to study the fall of old Tristram.
Leah and Cain.
What do you know of Leah and Cain?
Not too much, I'm afraid. They came here almost a year ago. Split their time between looking after him and helping out the town. He spent his days in the old cathedral, looking for old texts from what I hear. They were inside when that thing hit. She's lucky to be alive.
It doesn't feel right being in Uncle Deckard's room when he's not here.
Captain Dalton.
When Leah told us the dead were pouring out of the cathedral, we quickly went to put an end to it. At first it seemed we were succeeding, but they just kept coming. We were overcome. Captain Dalton and the men fought valiantly. They protected me. I am no soldier. I was a farmer. I should not have been out there with them. I do not know how I made it back here. None of the others did. Now, somehow, I'm supposed to lead the militia.
Tell me about yourself.
I volunteered to help because it seemed the right thing to do. But I'm no leader of men.
You were called, and you answered.
That's a simple thing for you to say. You were born to fight monsters like the risen dead. Me? I'm just a farmer.
It is definitely more over the top. I mean, there was a two-year gap between Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, 1996 and 1998. And then a 14-year gap between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. So a huge part of it is just the unbelievable advances in technology that happened over the course of 14 years. There are other pieces too, I'm sure,
I
but
heard the people who left to get help have all died.
Now that someone like you has come...
Did you hear what happened to Cain?
My wife was one of them risen dead.
This is my room. Do you like it? A miracle has happened. A hero, like one out of Uncle Deckard's tales, appeared and saved us. I know in my heart that my uncle still lives, and I pray that the hero will bring him home safely.
off we go.
Here, let me open the gate.
I must find a key that will allow me to enter the cathedral. And for this, Leah accompanies me. It's almost as if I had taken on an apprentice. Something I must do soon, for if I fall without training an apprentice, my name will die with me. Okay.
Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
And your father?
We're told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the ground.
Okay. Well, 3.5 years and 12 years. The point still stands. The time between releases was massive. Well, D2 Remake isn't even a remake. They've been very clear. Like, every single interview, they say it's not a remake. It's a remaster. It's the same core game running underneath the hood. To the point where you can push a single key, and it'll actually strip everything off, and you're just playing classic Diablo 2 again. So yes, it will be a very different experience.
Look, a hidden cellar.
They literally
Follow me.
aren't remaking anything. It's
dark secrets here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to, like, be snippy about it or anything. It's just they're very, very, like, emphatic about the fact that they're not changing anything except, like, except graphical upgrades and some quality of life enhancements.
Captain Dalton!
Sash of the Hawk. I mean, better than nothing, as I always say.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will go. Stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night.
Level 6.
I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart.
A punish room
I consoled him as
unlocked.
best I could.
Roar.
Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
When you block with Hardened Senses active, you explode with fury, dealing 75% weapon damage as fire to enemies within 15 yards. Yeah, and I mean, some of that is dumb. Like, it's not like Diablo 2 is this pristine game that made perfect decisions at every juncture, right? Like, the stamina meter, stupid. The potion belt, stupid. I like the cooldown potion system in this game way better. There are certainly things Diablo 2 does better as well, but like, locked chests, forcing you to carry keys, forcing you to carry town portal scrolls, like, you know, there are purists out there who didn't even want auto gold pickup added to the game because that's how it was in 2000. Yeah, that is how it was in 2000, and it fucking sucked. Auto gold pickup is awesome. I know that. Well, yeah, DLF. I mean, you kind of preempted my commentary because that's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, we got this one. The Mass Grave. We didn't get this with our barb either. I mean, that was pretty basic. I forgot to look at my new objective. I am... oh yeah, no, that just changed back to something I had already seen. Never mind. I know. Right, Lone Wonder? The Sacred Scutum. Oh yeah, I didn't know about that change in, what am I trying to say? In, the Demon Souls remake, because I haven't played it yet. Sacred Scutum. 12% block chance, 13 to 18 block amount, 13.1% toughness. I lose my recovery, but it's not showing in the green numbers, but higher block chance is very, very, very good for the Crusader skill set. So I actually am going to swap this out. I don't need recovery right now anyway, beyond
Tristram Cathedral. The fallen star lies within.
Beyond, you know, the potion cooldown and what have you. So, let's see what else we find. Adventuring Javelin of Wounding. There we go. Big damage boost. That's what I'm about. Yes. Cathedral level 1. Here we go. The dead are thicker inside the cathedral. Whatever stirred them, it lies beneath this place with the falling star. I hope the old man Cain lives, but it seems unlikely.
The star is close.
Some foul new disease has taken hold in this land, and the carrion bats are near the heart of it. Since returning to Tristram, I have seen their numbers surge. The evil forces that linger here give them strength, and I fear that the worst is yet to come. The grotesques may seem slow and senseless, but they hide many dangers within their hideously malformed bodies. A set of spikes lurks beneath the monster's flesh, and foul parasites nest within them. It is said that these horrors themselves are constructed by a greater evil, a darkness that I cannot even fathom.
Awesome. Leather hood. It's our first helmet. I like how it's still called a leather hood, but the Crusader version for the cosmetic effect is absolutely made of metal. Oh yeah, Steven, I agree. Yeah, eSport, they actually just started Season 24 3 days ago? It's the 26th? Yeah, Season 24 started on the 23rd. Lumber axe. Yeah, we're not going to do a two-hander. The Crusader is... Shields are way too important for the Crusader skill set. If you ask me.
Thought we could keep the dead trapped here. Akarat, save me.
That was a lot of gold. cracked leather pants. I think those are going to be better. Oh, yes. A whopping 2% boost to toughness. Don't mind if I do. Oh, hey. Alright, well, we have seen where progress lies. Let's go the other way. You guys should be used to me by now. You know how I roll. Yeah, I think I want to... Since my long-term project for this game is to do, you know, all of the, all 7 characters, I want to level them in story mode and then start doing adventure mode with them, try and optimize their gear, which does kind of keep me out of the actual season journeys, but I don't really mind that. That's sort of not the point of me playing this, given my niche. Alright, Shield Bash Rune. Shattered Shield. Holy. The shield shatters into other smaller fragments, hitting more enemies for 740% weapon damage, plus 335% of your shield block chances damage. That's just a straight upgrade to what I'm already using.
Bad luck for you, friend.
Ha! That's always fun to find.
My name is Latdanan, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
Hey, finally a boss pack. First real one.
This will be a good battle.
Club of Wounding. Big downgrade. Nah, no thank you. No thanks on the big downgrade. Another one of these. A little worse. Not gonna use it. Yeah, I don't know if I'd say I like story mode more, but I probably do. Like, it depends what you're looking for. I think adventure mode is a little more fun, simply in terms of gameplay. I think that's pretty obvious in this case, but it's just a very different flavor than what I usually play games for. Like, I'm about narrative and lore and taking my time and exploring, and that is really not what adventure mode is about, like, at all. Saber. Alright, eSport. No worries. Enjoy your shower. Get fresh and clean. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you as ever. And so for the Diablo games, like, my vision is to just really, really, really take my time each one of the characters, and over the course of very long single-player experiences, get every single one as fully optimized as I possibly can. So eventually, I'll clear hell in single-player Diablo, and we'll just start doing las runs for gear when it comes time to do a Diablo 1 warrior stream, say. That's okay. I don't mind. No. I mean, those of you who are here for it will be here for it. Crusaders.
In the eastern kingdom of Pakistan, I heard rumors of Zakarum warriors called Crusaders. While the natives were more reticent, I was able to deduce that this order was founded 200 years ago, just as Rakis took his army of paladins west. But these Crusaders went east on a very different mission.
Lucky leather hood of the bear. Big boost. 8 vitality, extra gold from monsters. Alright, don't mind if I do. Adventuring Chang Zhao Bang of Wounding. I think that's a two-handed Crusader flail. I pretty much never go for two-handed. I would always rather have the extra gear slot. Perhaps more to the point, the modifiers on a two-handed weapon never seem worth the trade-off of having 2 sets of modifiers from 2 pieces of gear, whether it be a shield or one of the, say, damage-enhancing offhands like a Demon Hunter Quiver or what have you. Alright guys, I need to take a real quick bathroom break. I do apologize, but has to happen. I'll be right back. And we're back. I advertised short. I hope I delivered. Let's head into here.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this ledge hold. The Skeleton King?
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
Cain lives. I'd best keep it that way. The Crusader's dialogue is so dry. I love it.
Cain! Help!
Adventuring short staff. I'm not gonna have any use for that. Oh wow, a caduceus. Oh, that's one of the Ethereals that's big in this season, isn't it? The blue pillar. Yep, Ethereal caduceus. This item cannot be equipped until it is identified. It is one-handed. Wow, Astrion's Iron Ward. That's a lot. Like, look at that damage boost. But it is ethereal. Increase the attack speed and damage of Blessed Hammer by 100%. Gain the Righteousness passive. Caravans from the east often seek the heavenly ore that comprises this bygone relic of the Zakarum. Yeah, but it's ethereal. Doesn't that mean I can't repair it? Just like Diablo 2? Or is that not the case here? Oh, that's awesome. Alright, cool. So I don't need to hold on to another weapon, is what you're saying. I can just roll with the 1700% damage boost I just got at level 7. That's pretty awesome. Astrion's Iron Ward. Love it.
This cannot be opened yet.
Oh, now I need to fight something.
Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
Your niece asked me to find you, and I agreed.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found.
The old fellow is tough. I think Leah will be very happy to see him again.
We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
3 ethereals for each class this season. So this is like the season where my strategy of playing every class is a good one. I love it. Talk about streamer luck. Wow, let's go then.
I rescued the old scholar and learned from him that a creature called the Skeleton King stands between me and the star. But not for long.
Crusaders.
Leah told me of your crusade to find the source of corruption in the Zakarum faith. I may have information that will help you. Mephisto, Lord of Hatred, spent many years trapped under Travancore and slowly tainted the Zakarum in a bid for freedom.
I have heard this, but knowing how it happened is not enough. I must find the source of the corruption and cleanse it.
I fear that Mephisto is no more. His soul was destroyed on the Hellforge. I am sorry, Crusader.
I've dedicated my life to this crusade, and your news does not change my oath. If I search my entire life and find nothing, it will still have been worth the journey.
Well, that's fair. I mean, if they wear off at the end of the season, so be it. It's not like I'm going to be unable to find a new weapon and rebuild a character quickly. If I happen to lose an ethereal piece of gear, I can just drop out of Torment difficulty for a while until I find something functional.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
It was my duty to help. Now, I would know of the falling star.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
New crafter, Mystic. Adventuring leather gloves of the lion. And a checkpoint, of course. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's better. More strength. More armor. Life with Cain.
I've spent most of my life traveling from place to place with Uncle Deckard, while he did his crazy research.
It can be a lonely life. What drives him?
He's convinced that the forces of hell will invade our world and bring about the end times. All these years, he's still searching for a way to stop this apocalypse.
Adria.
Did you learn anything about your mother?
She wasn't from Tristram originally. She came here during the Troubles. She was in search of something, but I'm not sure what. She reminds me of Uncle Deckard, obsessed with the war between angels and demons.
Alright, Cain, what's up?
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
Then I will be the cure.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts.
The Shattered Crown.
You should not dismiss the signs so lightly. Do you not believe the evidence of your own eyes?
Horrors have visited Tristram before, and it endured.
But what of the texts? The Zakarum tomes warn of a falling star. The Herodric scroll spoke of the dead rising, and the Lord of Lies, the prophecy of the end days, says that at the end of all things, the first sign shall appear in the heavens.
Yes, you've been telling me about the texts since I was 8 years old, Uncle. I just don't think we should read too much into them.
Apparently, this fellow the Skeleton King is behind the troubles of New Tristram. I'd like to have words with him, but to do that I first have to find his crown, and so I need the help of the local blacksmith. I love the Crusader. He's so well written, just so delightfully dry. Who are you?
I am the last of the Herodrim. I couldn't always claim this. In fact, if I had turned to the Herodric teachings sooner, Diablo could have been stopped before his reign of terror began.
You were called and did not answer?
When the first signs appeared, I did nothing. I had shrugged the old tales off like they were so much fantasy. And Tristram, no, the world has paid dearly for my arrogance. I have tried to make up for my failings. Leah and I have spent her lifetime scouring the world, collecting pieces of the prophecy of the end days. If I can decipher it, we will have the key to defeating the lords of hell.
Your adopted niece.
I can see that Leah is important to you.
I do not know what my life would have been like had I not raised her. Oh, it must have been difficult for Leah, following an old man on a mad search for the secrets to defeating the lords of the burning hells. But though she has seen her share of mysterious things, she is still unsure of my quest. I can understand. She has never seen anything like Diablo and his brothers.
Prophecy of the End Days.
The prophecy of the end days is contained within the Herodric tomes I inherited from my ancestor, Jared Kane. It is a warning to those who could interpret it regarding Hell's ultimate invasion of our world, written by many different people throughout history, in many different lands. All known versions of the prophecy are incomplete. I have spent a good part of the past 20 years trying to complete it. I am certain it holds the answers to defeating the Lords of Hell.
Mad King Leoric.
The story of Mad King Leoric hangs heavy over this town.
Leoric resisted Diablo's attempts to possess him, but the effort left him weak and confused. When his son Albrecht was kidnapped to be a vessel for Diablo, it destroyed any sanity Leoric had left.
And so he became the Skeleton King.
He commanded an army of the dead deep within the cathedral, finally serving the Lord of Terror he had resisted while alive. Many adventurers tried and failed to slay the Skeleton King. It was left to Leoric's eldest son, Aiden, to finally kill the monster his father had become.
You're right, it does kind of look like mint chewing gum. Like peppermint, specifically. Or wintergreen, or whatever that one is. The blacksmith.
These dark events tax us. I worry for Hadrig, our blacksmith, most of all. His wife has been injured, and he is tasked with seeing to those who may turn. His family has suffered under this curse before. His grandfather, the Chancellor to King Leoric, was killed when the evil first spread over Tristram 20 years ago.
Alright.
You're the one who saved Kane.
I've dug up some new things for you to take a look at.
Nice.
By the grace of the ancients, may your soul be warm.
Every scholar of demonic lore has heard of Deckard Cain. Thanks to
We gotta get to an actual fight with my ethereal weapon. We will. It'll happen.
Bless you for saving Deckard King.
So this is how it ends? They dragged my cart from the road, but for what? I can't get it repaired. Might as well dig a hole and die in it.
Well, digging a hole would certainly take your mind off your fear.
Did you know that King
Will Leoric's spirit never...
You know what would take everyone's mind off their troubles?
Was it the Skeleton King?
Uncle Deckard is home, rescued from the clutches of the Skeleton King. I'm so glad. But the Skeleton King, I thought he was a folktale. The idea of Mad King Leoric returning to torture this place. Hasn't Tristram suffered enough?
I have some new items that You've got to promise me you'll take good care of whatever I say. Leah spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife, tending the wound.
Miriam. All about Miriam.
Geldo, how sweet of you to ask. My people, the Vetchin, are nomads, always traveling, looking for the land we might settle. All of us have the sight, but few have it as strong as myself. You know, men have always pursued me for my visions. Well, for things other than my visions. But everyone wants to know what the future holds.
My future is known. Travel the world, redeem the Zakarum faith, live as a Crusader, and die as one.
That's not a future. It's a punishment. You should stop to enjoy the wine. Find a good woman, perhaps.
The nature of the world.
The world is constantly renewing itself, eternally playing out the same events over and over again. We can merely play our parts.
The more you speak, the less you say.
I speak clearly. Do not blame me for the state of your mind.
And we can go ahead and train her some. Get her to rank 3. Certainly a much more solid looking station.
Did you hear? Old Rumford has us down to halfway.
There's Hadrig. We'll talk to him in a sec.
You think you're some type of hero?
Sorry, the ferry to Wortham isn't running.
Hadrig.
Are you Hadrig? Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
It is a hard burden you bear. I will help.
Thank you. Follow me.
The blacksmith's wife is infected and will turn soon. He must be the one to put her down, but I will remain by his side.
Hey, sure, I may do business with some unsavory types. This gate is locked by order of the captain. You can't go out there.
To the cellar of the damned. Ha!
Do your duty, blacksmith, no matter how hard.
Boom.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
Hadrig, help me.
Ah! I one-shotted the boss. Nice. An adventuring javelin of wounding. Something says no. Lucky bracers, however. Better than nothing. It is done. The blacksmith's wife has found rest. These are dark times, and a cleansed Zakharum faith is needed more than ever.
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hadrig Aemon.
You owe me nothing, friend. But I would welcome your aid in my quest to find the crown of Leoric.
I can help you there. It's buried with his chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow.
Late.
And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Iron Skin. New active skill. Cooldown 30 seconds. Your skin turns to iron, absorbing 50% of all incoming damage for 4 seconds. That sounds better than blinding enemies to me. I'll make that switch. No, it's just like a legendary. Yeah, see, it stayed at level 7. And this, community says that, the ethereal weapons disappear at the end of the season. So I may have to find a new weapon at the end regardless, but we'll see. Open the northwest gate. Well, I suppose it would be too easy if the blacksmith had the crown in his workshop, wouldn't it? Apparently, it's in the tomb of the Skeleton King's Chancellor. Hadrig's grandfather.
Tell me about your grandfather. He was King Leoric's chancellor?
Not much to tell. I lived with my father in Chaldeum at the time. We heard that my grandfather stayed in Tristram until the end, trying to save lives. Don't know if he succeeded, but there it is. When the Skeleton King fell, my grandfather was dying from a sword wound. He had the crown sealed with him to keep it safe.
He did what he had to.
Alright, off we go.
Come over here.
You get a transmog if you find all 21. Oh, a transmog! Hooray! That matters so much to me and anyone. Alright, here we go. Find the Cemetery of the Forsaken in the Weeping Hollow. Yeah, all y'all get wrecked.
Power before Zakarum. My studies indicate that a high-level cleric of the Zakarum named Akan began to sense the corruption that was eating away at the heart of his faith. He knew this corruption would eventually destroy his beloved church, and that he must take action. After much prayer, Akan hit upon the idea of an order of Crusaders. Scavengers are ugly, pathetic creatures who survive off of carrion and corpses, too diseased to attract any other carnivores. I did once meet a raggedy fellow who claimed that he had trained one of the beasts to bring him large rats to eat. But I'm sure the story is utter nonsense.
During the last days of King Leoric's reign, even the skeletons of the ancient dead could not rest. They took up their...
The blacksmith's apprentice.
Mending leather doublet of the lion. I think that's going to be better. We'll find out for sure in just a second. Get over there. Oh yes, better in every way. Ooh. Very shiny aesthetic upgrade, too. Look how much prettier I just got. That matters very little to me. But it is nice when it happens. Level 9. Provoke. Slash rune unlocked. Electrify. An active skill unlocked. Provoke. Steve and I level on hard. I believe that that's like essentially the community consensus for the best difficulty to level on in terms of the way it balances monster difficulty versus experience reward. Now let's look at this. Slash. The slash becomes pure lightning and has a 25% chance to stun enemies for 2 seconds. Yeah, I don't really care. Provoke is actually one of the skills that's going to be in my real endgame rotation. Well, end of leveling, my level 70, before I pick a set in a final build. So Provoke, physical, cooldown 20 seconds, generate 30 wrath, taunt all nearby enemies, and generate an additional 5 wrath for every enemy taunted. Taunted enemies will focus their attention on you for 4 seconds. That's actually pretty good when I'm sitting in a group of enemies and I run low on wrath and just hit that button and bam, extra wrath. Yeah, you can see right up here. Oh no, I suppose you can't. My webcam overlays in the way. I'm on hard. There's not really a good corner to stick the webcam overlay on in this one. I suppose that's the best one. Yay! Very minor upgrade. From thick shoes to boots.
Bad luck for you, friend.
Hide Belt of Focus. Another minor upgrade. I'll put it on. A minor upgrade is still an upgrade. People who played this game when it first came out.
A foe worth killing. The crusade marches on.
Oh, wow. This is hilarious. Integrate my webcam into the profile frame. That sounds like a pretty hefty technical feat that I don't feel equipped to accomplish. That would be cool though. Alright, let's see here. That was a raffle stomp. Adventuring leather pants. Another minor upgrade. But, like I keep saying, minor upgrades are still upgrades. Balanced sickle. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh, it's a barbarian weapon anyway. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's gonna be quite some time before we switch weapons again. Finding a weapon that does that much damage at level 7 is absurd. It's awesome. Alright, life regen, extra armor, I lose some vitality. I think I'm actually going to keep my extra toughness. I don't need regen right now. Bet I'll find another Ethereal before I need to upgrade. That'd be the hope, right? Do people have any real clue about the Ethereal drop rates yet? I imagine if it's like the theme of the season, it should be fairly common. But I wouldn't know. Now, let's talk a little more about transmogs. Somebody in chat, what is the fucking point? To put it bluntly. Hi, Alex. We're good. We're good. We got a ridiculously awesome drop from Head Cleaver. We got an Ethereal for Season 24 already. Astrian's Iron Ward. We got this at level 7. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Look at all that damage. It's ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous in the most awesome way. Alright. Oh, wait. I mean, just watch, Alex. We're gonna one-shot like every boss we run into for a while. But anyway, question stands, everybody. Transmobs. What's the fucking point? I don't understand.
I was able to trace some carrion bats back to one of their nests. What I found shocked me. The nest itself is a living organism. A mature bat that has been mutated by the darkest of magics. I no longer doubt that demonic forces have corrupted these creatures.
Really? So I got insanely lucky. The Ethereals are rare. Transmogs. It's like, oh, you can have a weapon that looks like another weapon, but you don't actually have the weapon or any of the things that the weapon does in the game. But it looks like the weapon you like. What is the point? I don't understand.
Akan gathered the most devout, driven, and martial Zakarum adherents. He taught them to channel the power of light in the same way that the newly founded paladins were being trained. But these recruits, these Crusaders, were given insight into the primal powers of Zakarum in a way no paladin ever was.
Oh, here we go. Check it. Ready for a one-shot? Alright, we got some good passive. We unlocked a passive slot. Hi, free guy. It's good to have you back in here. Welcome. Alright, let's see. We got Leather Pants of Slaughter, which are definitely an upgrade. That glass star is useless. Let's pick a passive. We can have Fervor. While wielding a one-handed weapon, your attack speed is increased by 15%, and all cooldowns are reduced by 15%. As the wicked fall at your feet, you shall know the power of the Crusade, Sir Gerfalcon the Swift, or Heavenly Strength, which we're going to keep for the rest of the game. You can wield a two-handed weapon in your main hand while bearing a shield in your offhand. Your damage dealt is reduced by 20%. You must quiet both mind and body in order to feel the light. Only then shall it unleash your hidden strength. Cleric Khan. That's one hell of a passive. So much for my bashing of two-handed weapons. Oh, hi, Carnage. How are you, my friend? It's good to have you in here. Welcome back.
Had enough.
Tillian leather gloves of the bear. Yeah, I'd rather that. Well, I don't know. Actually. Oh, for the love. Yeah, I'll make that switch. No, my Ethereal rolled with Righteousness, which I haven't even unlocked yet. Righteousness is level 16. Extra Wrath. Alright guys, when we get to the Cemetery of the Forsaken, I'm probably going to have to take a break for a few hours for dinner, but I am planning to come back after dinner tonight. I have a hard stop coming in about 40 minutes.
This will be a good battle.
Just so people know. Bishabosh's remains. A broadsword. LOL. Yeah, no. We fought Bishabosh in our Diablo 2 streams. Both of them so far. There's the resplendent chest. A lot of good stuff. Alright, let's see here. That's a Knight's Defiance. Strength, Vitality, Regeneration. Much better. Not better. Valorous Cleats. Much better. Juggernaut Tribute. Much better. Alright, awesome. Deadly relic. Big upgrades across the board. That was an incredibly productive little side dungeon in terms of the volume and quality of upgrades received. Like, wow. Savor of Wounding. Gee, I wonder if that's better. Ha! Minus 94.4% damage. I'm gonna go with no. Not better. I'm gonna keep what I have. Did you get Wrath of the Wastes, Steven? With the Rend and Whirlwind Barb, by any chance? Oh, they just keep coming, don't they? Zorn der Odlanda. That sounds like it's probably Wrath of the Wastes. This Der is of the, And that buff sounds like Wrath of the Wastes. Is your primary attack Rend? Is your secondary attack Whirlwind? Because that would answer the question. Not anything to do, I'm just curious. Yeah. I got a Wrath of the Wastes. I got a full Wrath of the Wastes set back in season 21, I want to say. The one that had all the environmental buffs. Yeah, Wrath of the Wastes is awesome. Like, when you get Wind Shear on Whirlwind so that it self-sustains its own fury.
Crusade.
Nice. Level 11. Sweep attack. We got Blazing Sweep. And we got the active skill Smite. Alright, well, let's look at those. Smite. Generate 5 wrath per attack. Smite enemies up to 30 yards away with holy chains that deal 175% weapon damage as holy. The chains break off and strike up to 3 additional enemies within 20 yards for 150% weapon damage as holy. Honestly, I'd still rather keep Punish for now. Sweep attack, Blazing Sweep. Enemies hit by the attack will catch on fire for 120% weapon damage over 2 seconds. I'd rather keep what I have. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, that sounds about right. Both to the Ambo's Pride Wonder and to the knife suddenly becoming 100 degrees warmer. Did you actually find all 6 pieces, or did you find 5 in a Ring of Royal Grandeur? No wrong answers.
When King Leoric came to court, he brought many nobles with him, and nobles, hardly enough, want noble crypts. So I showed up with my shovel, thinking to make easy profit by digging a few holes. Ha! There's no stopping their demands around here. Now, I eat, sleep, and breathe delicacy.
Darius the Gravedigger. Alright, I still have about half an hour, so I'm gonna at least try and do the crypts here. Iron Whip of Wounding. Yeah, something says that's not gonna do much good.
Friend.
If I end up having to stop at a not very good checkpoint, I mean, so be it, but I should be able to do this, I think. Alright, well this is not the correct tomb, because this is the Jar of Souls event. I remember it I remember everything from the beta incredibly well. So here we go.
And here we go.
Survive the skeletons raised by the Jar of Souls. Yeah, surviving is so hard. Quaff of the Leech. Kill the remaining monsters. Destroy the Jar of Souls.
Stops the crusade.
Brutal massacre, 97 killed. Adventuring Shiv of Wounding. Blessed Hammer, that's the one. Shield Glare rune unlocked, Divine Verdict. Alright, let's look at these first. The Quaff, I'm not going to do. 12 life per hit. Definitely not doing the Shiv of Wounding. So. Blessed Hammer costs 10 Wrath. Summon a Blessed Hammer that spins around you, dealing 320% weapon damage as holy to all enemies hit. I'm going to put... I'm going to put that here for now. On defensive, Shield Glare now has Divine Verdict. Blinded enemies take 20% more damage for 4 seconds. Well, suddenly that seems worthy. Alright, here we go. Event complete. Very nice. Reptilian Hide Breeches of the Bear are a pretty substantial upgrade. I actually think I want to keep Shield Bash here. And I am going to put Blessed Hammer here. For now. There we go. That setup makes me happy.
Demons have been known to devour their own young when no other nourishment is available. Their offspring, the imps, sometimes manage to flee and band together with other demon spawn. They rove in vicious packs, ready to descend upon the unwary traveler and rip his body to shreds with their tiny needle-sharp teeth. The tragedies in these lands have left many restless spirits in their wake, and they demand retribution. These spirits will take out their vengeance on any unsuspecting individual who may pass, for they believe that the blood of the living will yet restore the lives that were ripped away from them.
Yeah, I mean, probably. We'll give Slash a whirl, see how it goes. See if it speeds things along. Alright, that one's clear. I need to make a brief little run to town. 20 minutes till my hard stop. I think, well, it's 20 minutes till my desired stop. 30 minutes till my hard stop. That should be enough time to do the other side tomb and the main one, I think. And then we'll leave off after getting the crown, come back to fight the Skeleton King after dinner. It's actually going to work out pretty well, I think.
The crown is not here. My search continues.
Alright. Pop back to town, just to sell some stuff real quick. Oh yes.
Your apprentice was found wanting. I'm sorry.
Fool boy. Hope for the worst and you will not be disappointed. Thank you for the news.
I've got some brand new goods you might be interested in.
And I think that is also enough gold to train the Mystic another level. Let's go do that right quick. I think I missed it, but we got the Rite of Passage achievement for reaching level 10 in my seasonal achievements for season 24. Alright, back to the cemetery. Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't know how much better it really is, but I'm happy with it.
The crusade marches on! Level 13. Steed Charge. That's another one I need. Passive skill, Vigilant. Cooldown 16 seconds. Mount a Celestial Warhorse that allows you to ride through enemies unhindered for 2 seconds. I'm not going to switch to that yet. I need a rune later. Vigilant. Increase life regeneration by 9, reduce all non-physical damage taken by 20%. May Akarat protect me and grant me the faith to allow the light to heal my soul, the Crusader's Oath. And rare bracers, which are better in every way. My favorite kind of upgrade. I should say we'll eventually use Speed Charge, but now would be an unwise time to make the switch. I surmise.
Nice. I have a feeling these things are going to link up and form a loop, so let's run over here. Also have a feeling this is the main crypt, but that's fine. We can still explore the other side one after we find the crown. No harm, no foul. Naturally. Yep, this is the main one.
Close.
Awesome.
The unburied are formed from human corpses that were flung into mass graves without a proper burial. This hideous amalgamation of bodies decomposes together into one being, bound by some foul magic. For all my knowledge, I could only flee from it, and I would expect any other sensible person to do the same.
I definitely like unlocking the town portal, which happens after this quest. Alright, here we go.
No, I will not allow you to bring that monster Leoric back to this world.
Wow. That was wild. Adventuring Battle Flail of the Snake. 8 experience versus 1. That's an upgrade to a pretty useless modifier, but that's okay. Town Portal. Return to New Tristram. Talk to Hadrig. I've recovered the crown, but it is broken. I imagine that blacksmith fellow can manage the repairs. Maybe the work will do him good. Alright. 10 minutes left, 20 till the hard stop. I feel certain we can clear the other side tomb. Treasure Goblin!
Some devious little goblins have been robbing our merchants. When pursued, they simply open portals and disappear with the most aggravating
Big belt upgrade.
The peasantry seem
Big
to believe
glove
that the
upgrade,
goblins
too.
serve a great demon lord known as Greed. And furthermore, that their portals lead to Greed's domain. A ludicrous notion, truly.
It will be a good battle. is rewarded. Burn in the light.
Iron Skin Rune, Reflective Skin. An active skill unlocked, Laws of Valor. And we got a Mending Ring. And we got a Smite Rune, Shatter. Alright, got a few things to look at here. Laws of Valor is also part of my endgame. Cooldown 30 seconds. Active. Empower the law, granting you and your allies 15% increased attack speed for 5 seconds. Passive. Recite the law, granting you and your allies 8% increased attack speed. Only one law may be active at a time. Yeah. Alright, Smite. Shatter. The holy chains explode, dealing 60% weapon damage as holy to enemies within 3 yards. Now let's give that a whirl. Doesn't sound bad. And we also got a Mending Ring. I mean, very nearly useless, but not quite. What do we say? Better than nothing. Okay, this is fun. Mending Ring of the Lion. Leather Belt of the Lion. Oh man. Smite's what I should have gone with from the start. Extra strength, don't mind if I do. Aha! Okay, this is good. Yeah! Ha! Get wrecked. Amazing. Oh, this distance is going to be hard to give up. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, side crypts are all clear. Let's head home. Home to New Tristram, I mean. Wrap up this quest.
You found the crown. Truth be told, I didn't think you'd make it back alive. Ah, it needs repair. Should be no problem. It's good to work again. There. New as the day it was placed upon the Black King's head. I need something more than making spades to occupy my mind. I want my life to mean something.
Then join my crusade. The work is hard, the rewards are few, and you'll likely die.
That does sound meaningful and awful.
Adventuring double axe of wounding. New crafter, blacksmith, reached a checkpoint. Alright, let's see. Yeah, of course that's a no. Mira Aemon.
You throw yourself into the work of the crusade. Is this how you grieve?
I don't follow your crusade.
It isn't your cause, friend. But everyone needs to believe in something.
I believe this armor needs repairing.
Then that is enough. I will leave you to your work.
My dearest Heydrich, do not feel despair, my love. You did everything you could. Our time together meant more than words can say. But in the end, fate is a cruel mistress. Your strength is needed to end the horrors that beset this world. My final wish is that you find your path. Love always. Mira.
Alright, one more thing. Okay, there we go. Now, I am going to go ahead and cut the stream here. As I mentioned earlier, I am planning to come back later tonight. It's about 4:15 now, I am going to be busy till 8 o'clock or so. So, I mean, a solid 4 hours, but I am planning to come back on later this evening and continue with this Crusader. I hope that some of you can make it back. I realize it's a pretty big gap and schedules are odd. If not, no worries. In the meantime, thank you very much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. We're going to raid over to my buddy Zippy. He just started. We've been there several times lately. He plays, he's playing Knights of the Old Republic tonight, which is a very, very excellent game. He's a very chill streamer, a lot of fun to hang out with, really nice guy. I hope that you will throw him a follow if you haven't already. I hope that you'll follow me over in the raid and check Zippy out. And I hope that I will see you back here later tonight. But, you know, if not, as I said, no worries. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Well, a great few hours, and I'll see you again tonight.